There are many reasons why I create these videos. One of them is to make sure you don't make mistakes that I have made or others have made and learn from others' experiences so you get the best time possible. Whether it is reviews of ships, tips and tricks, tours of the ship so you can know the ship before you get on there. But not all people do research of their ship as thoroughly. Sometimes not even at all. Which you create some situations like this one. I went on my first Royal Caribbean cruise not too long ago on the Mariner Seas in December of 2024. In the December of 2024, just before Christmas. And it was the last day of the sailing, and I had booked my last specialty dining of the cruise. Last day for lunch, we had booked izumi, sushi, and hibachi. So I was very excited. I love hibachi, my kids love hibachi. So this is the moment we've been waiting for. Our reservations was at 11:30. I believe they opened at 11 if I'm not mistaken. But we arrived a little early because we just couldn't wait. In worst case scenario, we're just going to sit there at the hibachi grill waiting for us to start. And I'm sure we could enjoy some appetizers beforehand, so we didn't mind getting there early at all. So we did. When we got there, we got in line. It was a fairly long line. But again, we're a little early, didn't mind the wait. We had reservations. And when looking into this cruise, it was very clear that this was a reservation restaurant. You could stand by if needed, but typically most specialty dining areas sell out before the cruise or during the cruise. So you want to make sure you want to book these in advance. And I knew this because I did my research. And if you want to break down what's included and not included on Mariner of the Seas when it comes to dining, in a few weeks I will have a video posted about that. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, continue with the story. I'm going to call this person Karen just because, well, keep it simple. If you're offended about that, I'm sorry. I got to pick someone's name and might as well keep it consistent. Why not? I could call the person Jane Doe, I guess, but that seems a little less personal. So, Karen it is. So the lady at the front of the line talking to the staff was upset, it seemed like, about her reservation, or so I thought. Because she was saying that she wanted to eat inside. She was getting a little loud. I'm like 4 or 5 people back in the line, and everyone's pretty spaced out. They weren't shoulder to shoulder like you were on Carnival. It was more so everyone had like a foot or two between each person in the line. So, I mean, people were pretty well spread out. Everyone had their personal space in this line. And as time went on, she kept getting louder and louder, saying that she needed a seat, and she wasn't leaving until she got a seat. And I'm thinking in my head, man, this lady had reservations, and they didn't get to her reservation? Like they sold it out from under her or something? Like, I would be upset too. Like, I don't blame her for a moment there. But she kept saying louder, saying this was unacceptable. And at this point, I knew it was going to be a little while, so I kind of just was like, you know what? Again, we were 10 minutes early. We still have 8 minutes to reservation time, so I mean, sure, time some kill, whatever. But then I could hear the staff person basically saying that, hey, I understand you're frustrated. I know you want to eat this restaurant, but we are fully booked for the day. We are only taking people who have reservations. There is no standby, unfortunately, right now because we are fully booked. And there's no room for standby. That's when I realized this lady had no reservations, and she was upset that she couldn't get a seat at Hibachi, which is very limited seating. So at this point, okay, she's mad. That's when I realized that she didn't have the reservation, and she's upset and yelling at the attendant that, hey, she can't eat here because it's fully booked. Didn't pre-purchase, so yeah, it's fully booked. There's no seats left. What do you want them to do? And she asked, can I just sit at the sushi bar then and order hibachi? Which, no, you can't. Not really how that works. There's still no seats available, so even if you could sit there and do that, I mean, there's no seats. You can't sit somewhere there's no seats available. And again, she said this is unacceptable. It's her last day of the cruise, and she wants to experience everything that is on the cruise, which I completely understand. I do too. I was on this 4-day sailing and didn't complete everything that I wanted to do on this cruise, so I mean, I gotta go again. But at this point, almost 10 minutes has passed. It's almost her reservation time, and she was very calm and collectively. The attendants are very well trained and do great in heated situations. I've always seen staff do a great job. I used to be in customer service, and having someone yell at you for something that's not even their fault, or should I rephrase that? That is actually the customer's fault, and there's nothing you could do about it. I mean, it's a tough situation to be in. So I commend Royal Caribbean staff for remaining calm. But the moment you know that you need a reservation, if you have a reservation, show me your reservation. I can seat you. If not, there are no seats available. And when I heard that, my wife jumped up and said, "Yeah, we have reservations." And I tied along with my wife and grabbed my two kids' hands and said, "Yeah, we all have reservations here." And the most funniest thing happened. And that's when the staff person said, "Oh, you have reservations over there? Okay, y'all come over here real quick. I'll get y'all seated real quick because you have reservations." So we rushed to the front of the line. And that's when Karen completely lost it. It was funny. She goes, words I'm not sure I could say on YouTube. I probably can. See other people do it, but I'm not going to do it right now. But yeah, she started yelling and cussing, saying, "This is BS. How could they sit us before her?" And that she's going elsewhere. And they will be hearing about this in their review. Okay, yeah. I will vouch for the staff person saying they did all they could and there was no open reservations. And I will leave that in my review that they handled the customer service situation greatly because they did. And I had a name tag of that person because I enjoyed their service. Then again, I also had reservations. The moral of the story is make sure you have reservations. I understand you want to try everything on this ship. I do too. That's why I make these YouTube videos. So that way you can be as educated as possible on the ship. And if I don't have those videos available, other YouTubers have it as well. And I've been doing this on every single ship I go on. And I got on 4 cruises last year. So I'm doing that for all 4 cruises of last year. Also the ones coming up. So I'm going to have a very extensive library pretty soon. So check out, see if your favorite ship's on this list. And I'll have a full review of Mariner of the Seas and other cruise ships coming soon. Make sure check with your cruise line or your travel agent to see some of these little tips and tricks. I have these videos for my clients and everyone else, but also my clients get personalized service as well. So if you need a travel agent, just let me know. I'll leave my link in the description. And I'll see y'all soon and cruise on.